Well, the Director General of the BBC has been sacked, or rather he's been forced to resign. The details around it aren't really clear yet, but the CEO is also gone. The Director General was Tim Davie, and if I can just find out the process for selecting a Director General at the BBC. The process for appointing the Director General is the BBC's Royal Charter, a constitutional document established by the UK government, outlines the corporation's purposes, governance, operational framework, typically valid for 10 years, a decade. Since the 2017 Charter renewal, the appointment authority has resided exclusively with the BBC board, comprising of 14 people, a non-executive chair, designated non-executive members for each UK nation, England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. 5 additional non-executive members and 4 executive members, including the Director General. So they have a nominations committee, which then I think gets proposed to the government, and usually the government will go, yeah, we agree with that. So Tim Davie was selected. It's very much, who you know, I think. The job paid an initial salary of £450,000 a year. Tim Davie has been completely silent as far as I can tell. I've not heard anything, seen that much from him or anything from him on social media since the documentary that was made, Panorama documentary that was made about Donald Trump, which was broadcast I think a week before the election. Now, this will have, there's a lot of people out there who believe that Trump was instrumental in when was it? Was it, I can't remember the month. When the invasion, if you like, of the Capitol building. I can't remember exactly the date. 6th of November, was it? I can't remember. Anyway, that happened, and Trump made a speech where people believe that he incited them to go over there and attack. The Panorama edited that speech together, and I'm going to show you in a minute how the editing was manipulated to make it sound that that's exactly what he was doing, telling the people to go over there and smash the place down. It wasn't actually what he was saying at all. What he said was very, very different. Now, the point I want to make is that the documentary is not made by the BBC. It's commissioned by the BBC from third-party production companies, in this case a company called October Films. The producer-director, which is a job I used to do, is Matthew Hill, who will be pretty much a nobody. He's just one guy. And the editor was, what name was it? Karen Whiteman. And those two together would have sat in the room and edited that thing together. Every day they would have done a cut, and then they'd have been visited by the guys from the BBC who would have come and watched the final edit, the executive producers from the BBC. So these two executive producers from the BBC would have had sole input into it and gave the green light and thumbs up. Yeah, that's good. We'll now broadcast that to the world on the BBC a week, and this will help people decide how they're going to vote when we show it in America. So imagine that. Imagine these two people editing this package together in this little room, I don't know, down in Soho or wherever, with such power, such incredible power, who are 1 minute, patting themselves on the back, going to the nice wine bars in Soho, going to the awards ceremonies, taking credit for the high powerful positions that they're in. Such massive positions of being able to sway people's opinion, sway how people were going to vote. And these guys, I've done it. I know exactly the scenario. You're sat there editing and you're making decisions which you might be laughing at what you're doing because it's so naughty. The thing is, this has to have been deliberate. I don't know who gave the green light for it to go, but if I was producer director, I would have walked out if I was forced to put my name to that. But I wouldn't if I was massively captured and it was making it do something which supported an opinion I had about how I wanted politics to go in the States or whatever. It is a very, very powerful and persuasive edit to make to the speech by Trump. Okay, so here's the Telegraph who broke the story. Let's have a listen to what they say.
The BBC claims to be the pinnacle of impartial reporting. But what if there was an internal dossier that revealed that wasn't the case? The Telegraph has seen a letter that reveals one of the BBC's own independent advisors repeatedly warned that the broadcaster had serious and systemic problems. A week before the US election, BBC Panorama released a documentary called Trump: A Second Chance, and in it, they played the following clip.
Right, he's going to play the clip now and then explain it to you. But the important thing I think to remember is that this went out on the iPlayer. It's available for voters to watch before the election, a week before the election. So, I mean, it's all about persuading people.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and I'll be there with you, and we fight. We fight like hell.
So, there you go. We're going to go down to the Capitol and we're going to fight. We're going to start a fight. We're going to start fighting everybody. That's what they put out.
But Trump didn't in fact say this at all. The BBC spliced together two clips that took place 54 minutes apart. So let's go through it again.
Sorry, they cut out 54 minutes, did he just say? You telling me that's not deliberate?
We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and I'll be there with you.
Now, see there, between Capitol and, that's a cut. Here's what Trump actually said.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women.
It's different. It wasn't until nearly an hour later that he then said the second part of the BBC's version.
Nearly an hour.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol.
Look at the clock. See the clock at the top?
And we fight. We fight like hell.
Now, it's true that a lot of people will still feel Trump's claims that in 2021 the election was stolen.
Yeah, so he's doing that caveat there, and I think that's a fair thing to point out. But I don't know why this term "fight" has become such a literal term to use. I mean, you fight elections all the time. You fight to win competitions. It's a fight. So it's a metaphorical phrase to use. I don't think for a second Trump would have suggested you take up arms and go and smash the windows. I don't. I mean, that's just me, right? Maybe he did. If there was evidence to say no, that's exactly what he was doing, I would look at it and go, "Oh, right, fair enough. That's bad. What a bad egg he is. That's not good." But I don't see it, and I'm just not seeing the evidence of that. I'm seeing a bunch of a mob who basically arrived at the Capitol building and found out that they could actually just go and smash the windows in, or just nobody was stopping them getting close to the building, and I think that was deliberate. I think the other side wanted these people to, get carried away and start doing some serious damage, because I can't believe the building was that unprotected. Anyway, the Director General of the BBC, who is ultimately responsible for everything that goes out on air, has resigned tonight. And also the CEO, and I can't remember her name, but she's gone too. I think she was the one who was in charge of news specifically. But these people can't stay. There needs to be a massive reworking of who is making these shows. The BBC makes very little of its output these days. A lot of the work is farmed out to outside production companies, who I think, in my opinion, have just got basically complacent. They're on the gravy train. I mean, the BBC doesn't pay very well. It used to say to me, sorry, we're not paying you very well, but hey, you are going to get your name on a BBC show. Like that mattered to anybody. So this is a big kick up the bum to the BBC. I now hope that somebody like Andrew Neil will step forward and take over. People will be like, "Andrew Neil, you crazy?" I don't know. Somebody sensible, somebody who is trustworthy to not be biased, I guess. And when I was there, I've got my producer guidelines over there. When I was at the BBC, it was drummed into us to not being biased in anything we did. And I don't know why that has been lost, but it has been lost. It's certainly not drummed into these third-party production companies and these producers and directors who are putting their name to appalling work like this, while also at the same time taking credit and receiving awards. It's shame on everybody. Shame on them. Really, you are the worst of the worst of the worst in television production, and you should never be employed by anyone ever again for how bad you are at it.